Hey everyone, welcome to 42 Simulations. So today we are going to be looking at the Red Bull RB1 or the CR Formula Red Lion RB1 made by the guys over at CR Formula. I'd never heard of them before this. I believe they've done 2 cars so far and they've done an updated version of Monza, but this is their RB1. This is the first car I've seen, and from my first impressions, it's absolutely incredible. And just look at it, it looks awesome. All the texturing, all of the body panels, everything looks so good. So we're going to have a look at what you get when you buy the car, and then we're going to take it round Spa and then try and set a fast lap and see what we can do. This is the menu you get with the car, so as you can see it's really comprehensive. I mean, 12 pages. It goes through all the different problems you might have, how to set up all the different controls, the traction control, the different engine modes, all the different tyres. It goes through everything, so it's really, really good to see, because sometimes you're just left without knowing really what to do with some of these complex cars, so it's really nice that they've included a manual. So here is some of the setup options that we have. Obviously your gears, tyres, fuel, all your standard stuff. This is quite interesting because there's actually 2 traction controls, a little bit like ACC or something like that. This is the first time I've seen this within standard Assetto Corsa. You really need to go and read the manual if you really want to fully understand what this does. I believe the first traction control is the strength, and then traction control 2 controls when that traction kicks in, something like that. But if you want to go and actually know what it is, go and read the manual, because as I said before, it's really extensive and explains everything in there for you. You also have obviously your wing angle, all your suspension settings. It's really super detailed. I'm only using Engine Map 2. I'm not using Engine Map 3. I find Engine Map 2 just gives you a little bit more balance, and especially when you're not using traction control, I find that there's just a little bit too much power and it's really difficult to get traction when you're using this one. So I just use 2. It's nice and balanced, and that's what I'll be using today. And obviously you've got more suspension settings, literally anything you want. I'm not going to touch anything, I'm just going to go straight into it. In fact, I am going to give myself 2 degrees of front wing angle, and I'm going to lose 1 degree of rear wing angle. Obviously turn the traction control off. Fuel, yeah, let's bring the fuel down. 28, nice even number. And some super soft tyres. That's all I'm going to do. So let's get in and drive the car. Okay then, so here we are in the car. Let's take it for a spin and see what it feels like. I've already done 1 or 2 laps just to test that traction control like I was talking about. But like I said, I just turned it off because I just don't like the feeling of it, to be honest. I prefer the challenge with it off, and I just think it's a bit more fun. A bit slower probably, but more fun for me anyway. It does feel good though. It feels really... how can I describe it? It feels planted, but at the same time, you can see it also feels on edge. You really can't touch the curbs with this setup either. It just really unsettles the car if you touch the curbs. Ooh, yeah, that no traction control thing is gonna be interesting. But I tell you what, it feels so fun. It almost feels like how you would expect one of these cars to handle. Just on edge everywhere, and just listen to the sound. It sounds absolutely incredible. Gosh, she is leery. Man, this is fun. This is really, really fun. I'm looking forward to learn to drive this well. Yeah, it feels awesome. It's not easy to drive by any stretch of the imagination, but it's easy to go around the track, but it's that last couple of seconds where it's really, really difficult to find the time. Of course, she likes a good drift as well. What I also love about this mod is these hand signals you can do. How cool is this? I've no idea how they've implemented that, but it's so good to see. Does also mean you can go through Eau Rouge one-handed. And it means you can flip off the marshals. Because why not? No, don't do that. We love our marshals, really. Okay then, it's time to see what this thing can do around one lap at Spa-Francorchamps. See what lap time we can get. So we brake as late as possible down into turn 1, get it turned in nice and tight, and then really watch the throttle and exit. Hard on the power now, down to Eau Rouge and Raidillon. Easily flat. Try not to scrub any speed off through the tyres. And then that V10 is just going to scream all the way down the straight. Basically, we're looking at the curb for the braking point. Brake just after the start of the curb, and then don't touch these two curbs. Well, you can ride the yellow and red bits, but it really untouches the car if you get on them too much. Run it really wide out of there, and now down into this corner. A lot of the time you can understeer out wide here, but I managed to keep it relatively close to the apex. Try not to get too much curb. Did miss the apex slightly, but it's okay. We have a little wiggle on the exit. Now down to Pouin. Just off the throttle slightly. Down into foot gear. Back on the power early as possible. And now into Piff Paff. Trying to carry as much speed in 4th gear as possible. And again, don't touch the curbs. The curbs are so dangerous in this car. And now we come down to the last 2 corners in this section. Run it out as wide as possible on the curb. Flat through the second part. And now again, flat out all the way down to the bus stop chicane. With just Blanchimont in the middle. As wide entry as possible. Trying to scrub any speed off whatsoever. And now we're looking for our braking point just past the bridge. Probably broke a bit too early, but never mind. Get it into the apex. The rear end really wants to rotate on you there. And then again, when you're on the throttle. And then we're over the line. So then, would I recommend the Red Lion RB1 from CR Formula? Yes, I definitely would. It's so much fun to drive. It looks great. It's probably, in my opinion, one of the best sounding cars in any sim that I've played to date. I think I paid €3 or €4 for it. It's really not that much for the experience that you get. And the guys at CR Formula really do need some credit for what they've created here. I think it's really, really good. I really love driving it, and I think you will too, definitely. So go over to their website, buy it on their shop, download it, put a link in the description so you can go there from there. And yeah, hopefully we'll see what other projects they've got coming in the future. Really exciting to see what they've got. So thanks everyone for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.